Welcome to a presentation of National Geographic Learning's tutorial for myngconnect.com. As we spend time together today, we are going to focus strictly on the comprehension coach, which is embedded within myngconnect.com. As you enter into the website, the portal for EDGE, you will find on the website there are several resources that are available for both teachers and students, but our focus today, again, is strictly going to be the comprehension coach. For this model, we will be using EDGE Level B, and so I'm going to go ahead and go into that student book, Level B of EDGE. When opening the student book within myngconnect.com, you'll notice above the book several icons. The very first icon that looks like the mouse of a computer is for the comprehension coach. There are two aspects of comprehension coach that we will learn about today. Once I click this, she is going to begin to speak. So give me just a moment and then I'll continue to tell you more information.
Choose a selection.
Once you enter into the comprehension coach, all of the selections that are within the student book and have indication there's comprehension coach support for those selections, you will find them listed right here within the comprehension coach. Again, we are only looking at level B, so those are the only titles you will see are from level B right now. When students enter comprehension coach, they can do one of two things. They can answer new comprehension questions about the passage they have read, or they can record themselves reading the passage to build fluency. And I will model each of those with you during this tutorial. Let's begin by clicking on the first selection of Level B, the Good Samaritan. Students will have the opportunity to do a microphone check, and you will see and hear that within this tutorial after I click this first selection.
To answer questions while you read, click the red Q icons. To practice reading out loud, click Record.
And we will do both of these beginning with answer questions while reading with the red Q. So this is the first page of the selection where students are introduced to the selection as well as the author. I'm going to go ahead and turn one page, and when I turn one page, you notice this red box with the white Q, or these red boxes with the white Q. These questions, once I activate this, these questions are new questions to students, not questions that they receive from the teacher, not questions that they receive with the monitor comprehension within the text itself, but new questions. And there are several types of questions, and we'll see what these questions are, and then I'll make sure and identify all of the possible questions. So one of the types of question is true false. Students will have the opportunity to answer this true false question by choosing the correct radio dial. So Ray does not believe Mrs. Sanchez when she says that Orlando is not home, true or false. And I'm going to say that's a true statement. You'll notice students can even listen to the question being read as well. If this is the correct response, students will receive all of the possible points for that question. If it is incorrect, the students will not receive any points for this particular question just because it's true false and they don't have another option. So I'll click submit, and I got the answer
Correct.
correct. So I'll close this one, and now we'll take a look at the other question that is here. This one is a multiple choice question. So students have the opportunity for either true, false, multiple choice, and they also have the option for short answer. Within the short response questions, students would have to identify by highlighting the portion of the text that best answers the question provided. We will only see these two throughout this model. So with this being a multiple choice opportunity, students will have a couple of chances to get the answer correct. If they answer it the first time, they get all of the points possible. If they miss it the first time, they will receive fewer points after they go back and read what the hint provides for them, and they actually will have 3 opportunities to do so. So the question states, and I'll let the system read.
Ray is upset with the Sanchez family because
So here are
they
my
will not help him clean up the yard. He is not allowed to see their family pictures. He thinks they are lying to him. They will not invite him over to go swimming.
So I want to miss this question so that you see the opportunity. So I'm going to choose they will not help him clean up the yard and hit submit. You'll notice
Sorry, please try again.
You'll notice that it provides for students a hint. It says, think about why Ray says he will not be coming back to the Sanchez's family house, and try again. And so this time I will try this response. This time I got it right.
Correct.
So even though I got the answer correct, I had to try again. So that means I don't get all of the points possible. I only get some of the points possible for this particular passage. So I will close this one, and I'm going to stop with the question portion of this tutorial. The second part of this tutorial within MyNG Connect for Comprehension Coach, students can record themselves reading the passage. Within reading the passage, or prior to reading the passage, students have to do a microphone check, and I'm going to model that when I click record so that you will see what students will be doing. I always recommend that teachers use headphones with a microphone so that students have the opportunity to complete everything that they need to do. Let me go ahead now and actually click record, and you will be able to see what happens when students click record.
Now let's check your microphone. Put your headset on like the way shown in the image and click Next.
And the students have to actually follow the directions on the screen. For the very first time, there will be a passage that you will not see with this recording that says if they click allow and click remember, they won't have to do that each and every time. This portion of it, they will have to do though each and every time, but it doesn't take them but a second. Here we go.
After the beep, please count to 10 and click Next when you are done.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Playback in progress. If you are able to hear your voice clearly, then click Next. If not, click Retry to record again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good job. Your microphone is working fine.
And because my microphone is working fine, I'm going to begin reading. Comprehension Coach will identify for students the passages that they need to read. Once they have read enough of the passage or passages, they will get their reading reports. So bear with me while I read it to you for just a moment.
3, 2, 1. Start reading here after the beep. Click Next when you are done.
I know he's in there, I thought. I saw the curtains of his bedroom move, only a little, yes, but they moved. Yesterday, Orly told me, come over tomorrow afternoon. We'll hang out by the pool. I rang the doorbell again. Then I knocked. The door creaked open. The afternoon light crept into the dark living room inch by slow inch. Mrs. Sanchez, Orly's mom, stuck her head through the narrow opening, her body hidden behind the door. "Hi, Ray. How can I help you?" "Ah, Mrs. Sanchez. Is Orlando here?" I tried looking past her, but only saw a few pictures hanging on the wall. One of the Sanchez family, all dressed up fancy and smiling, standing in front of a gray marble background. If I need to read more, which I do, it will let me know that. "No, he's not. He went with his father to Mission." "Oh, because Orlando said he would be here and told me to come over." "They won't be back until later tonight," she said. "You can come by tomorrow and see if he's here. You know how it is in the summer. He and his dad are always doing work here and there. Come back tomorrow, but call first." "It's just that he said I could come by and swim in your pool." "Diho, tomorrow come over and I'll be here. We'll go swimming." "I'm sorry he told you that, but without him or my husband here, you won't be able to use the pool," me dijo Mrs. Sanchez. "Okay," I said. "Maybe tomorrow." "Yeah, maybe." So if I've read enough this time, we will see a reading report. And there it is. So I've read enough for the passage. So as you see here, there's a message indicating, or there's an indication that my reading report is available. Students, as well as teachers, will have access to this reading report. So let's open it up for just a moment. So with this reading report, I see that this student, who happens to be me, has read this passage. The student was reading 122 words correct per minute with a goal of 140 words correct per minute. I, as the teacher, also see that the student has answered some of the comprehension questions that are embedded within Comprehension Coach. I also see the actual passage that the students read. The entire passage is here, and there's a color code indicating those words that the student had trouble with or it didn't record them correctly, those words that were read correctly, and those words that did not record. And I, the teacher, can see that right here using this chart or using this script that is here. In addition to this passage with the key codes, I also can listen to that passage as well, because when the student submits it, I will get this recording. And at this point, I'm not going to play that recording so that you hear it again. You've just heard me read. I'm not going to put you through that again. But know that it is there and teachers have access to it. In addition to the reading report, there is also an opportunity for students to practice the words they had difficulty with. So all of the words that are here in orange will appear in this word practice list.
Listen to the word.
So the students will see all of those words. The students can listen to the words being spoken by a fluent reader. The students can record themselves saying the word, practice saying the word, and then the students will be able to rate themselves saying that particular word. So if they were to move through all three parts of this, you would see that the students could listen, say and record, and then listen and rate themselves saying that word. But all of the words that students had difficulty with will show up in their word list. The same words will not appear for each and every student, or all of the same words will not appear for each and every student. As the teacher, I will have a copy of this sent to me when the student submits it, and it would show up in my MyNG Connect account. But because I am the teacher at this moment doing this recording, this data is going to be cleared. I would encourage you as a teacher to log into your account go into your class management and do a recording logged in as one of your students so that you will see the reports, see what happens, have that student experience. So I'm going to close out of the word practice, which is going to take me back into Comprehension Coach. I will stop recording, and then I actually am going to go ahead and quit the coach. And she's going to say something. Are you sure you want to quit? Yep, I'm sure. I thought she would say it. And so now I'm just back into the student book. If you don't know how, let me quickly show you how to do a recording for yourself. When you are on your home page, if you go into your class management, you will find the student that is in your account. And you'll see that that student has a username. And if you click on the view details, you would see that student password. I would encourage you to log in as the student and do one of those recordings so that you see that information. When you are on your home page as a teacher, if I click on reports, I would actually see my data for my comprehension coach that my students have recorded, including the recorded passage itself. I hope that this tutorial has been beneficial. Please feel free to contact us if you have questions about Comprehension Coach or about myngconnect.com.